Good morning, everyone. My name is Joyce DeLeo, and I'm the Vice President of Academic Affairs here at Emmanuel College. I am honored to announce that the 92nd Commencement Exercises of Emmanuel College are now open. Please stand while members of the class of 2014 sing the national anthem. I ask that you then remain standing while Reverend John Patrick Spencer, S.J., Associate Vice President of Mission and Ministry and College Chaplain, delivers the invocation.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the
Let us pray. Loving God, bless these proceedings this morning. Be with us during these commencement exercises, and let us be mindful of your goodness. The goodness that St. Julie Billiard extolled in her lifetime, and that continues through the spirit-filled focus of the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur. Students, as you now graduate Emmanuel and join the Namur Roundtable of Alumni, turn around for a moment and see where you are. Your past 4 years have placed you in the shadow of a most iconic sport venue, have situated you in the center of the most concentrated medical arena in the country, positioned you next to stellar cultural museums, halls, and theaters, not far from multi-denominational places of worship, and surrounded by powerhouses of academia. No doubt you have availed yourself of and absorbed some of this greatness. May you continue to absorb it. Look around you and see your community where you have found challenges, support, and growth, friendships, guidance, and love. Emmanuel has said so often that Boston is our campus. Return to Emmanuel from time to time to renew yourselves and refresh your spirit. To paraphrase the t-shirts that the seniors have been wearing this senior week, this is your city. This is your school. This is your home. And remember to pray for us, your faculty, administration, and staff, as we will remember to pray for you. At the beginning of the book of Genesis, we read, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. Today is that day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. And may God bless you. Amen.
Please be seated. Sister Janet Eisner, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, members of the administration, faculty and staff, alumni, relatives and friends of the graduates, and most especially members of the class of 2014, I welcome you to Emmanuel College's 92nd Commencement Exercises. In welcoming all of you, I want to acknowledge in a special way the hard work, sacrifice, encouragement, and support of family and friends who have helped to bring each graduate to the fulfillment and achievement we celebrate today. With the degrees awarded today, the total number of degrees awarded by Emmanuel College since 1923 is over 22,200. I now would like to introduce our student speakers. Tayi Court from the graduate programs, and Jenny Konesnik, members of the class of 2014, will speak on behalf of today's graduates.
Good morning, Sister Janet, honored guests, trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2014. As I begin, I would be remiss not to thank God, my parents, all of my colleagues, professors, and Emmanuel administrators who have helped make this journey worthwhile. I'm very proud of the academic success that I've earned at Emmanuel, and I'm honored to be speaking to you today. The decision to enroll in grad school is never an easy one. There's the anticipation that the next couple of years will be a continuation of our undergraduate lives, full of discovery, new experiences, and learning from mistakes. But there's also the added pressure of holding down a job or finding full-time employment. There's the first day of class, receiving the syllabus, and realizing that, like our undergraduate years, there's a workload, notes to take, and expectations that you will be excellent students, despite the additional responsibilities that many of us have taken on since we were undergraduates. Despite this nervousness, there's a calm understanding that everything will be okay. At Emmanuel, I worked with a group including those ranging in experience from having yet to enter the workforce, those who had left one industry for another, and seasoned veterans with all kinds of life experiences. My professors understood that diverse backgrounds enhance the way in which we relate not only to one another, but to our current or future students, patients, and employees. Though many of us worked in our fields of study while taking classes, we are even more prepared today to take on our industries and make valuable differences with what we learned during our graduate years at Emmanuel. I'm sure I'm not alone in confessing that sometimes it was hard to work up the energy to come to class from 6 to 10 p.m. after a long workday, but our professors understood. Sometimes the subject matter of the night's class would strike a particular chord within us and make for great discussions on topics about which we only scratched the surface before enrolling in our programs. Congratulations are due to this graduating class, but this journey is not over. We have received an education that will enable us to make quality-informed decisions to influence, change, improve, and revolutionize our fields. We have made professional and personal connections with individuals who will continue to advise and guide us beyond these Emmanuel classroom walls. We have learned to appreciate the advantage and privilege of being a member of the Emmanuel College class of 2014. Although there were times when all of the research, late hours, papers, and presentations seemed endless, the lasting effect that this experience will continue to have on us as graduates, as well as the lives of those we touch, is invaluable. It seems like just yesterday, we looked at the years of work that we had to complete in order to reach this goal. Today, we are the teachers, nurses, and managers who are going to continue Emmanuel's legacy. And as we sit here today graduating, it was all worth it. Congratulations, class of 2014.
Good morning, everyone. Sister Janet Eisner, our special honorary degree guests, trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2014. We thank you for joining us at the 92nd Emmanuel College Commencement Ceremony. We could not have been here without the support and love of each and every one of you. You were by our side just a short time ago as we waited restlessly to know the fate of our future. Or in other words, our college acceptance. What was racing through our minds at the time? I want to look forward to Monday. I want to only cry when I am laughing. I want to make my mark on history. I want to never stop learning. I want to dream as if I'll live forever and forever dream. I want to go to college. This was part of my admissions essay submitted to Emmanuel College 4 years ago. It summarized the things we hoped our college experiences would hold. We were told that this would be the best years of our lives. And as we sit here today, donning our caps and gowns, surrounded by such love, most of us may declare they certainly were. But there is a secret I wish someone would have told us. It's not over. In one respect, we are so similar to those people we were years ago, curious to see what the next chapter of our story would entail. But now, we are equipped with a college degree coupled with monumental events we shall treasure forever. Over these past years, together, we have celebrated a Stanley Cup win for the Bruins and a World Series championship title for our beloved Boston Red Sox. We have also united as one during a time that will forever go down in this city's history, the marathon bombings. The events of that afternoon and preceding days showed that even in times of fear, the pure good of humanity will forever outweigh the evil. It was these highs and these lows that truly depict how this city is the epitome of Boston strong. We could not be prouder to call this city our home. As students, we have lived and breathed the mission of the Sisters of Notre Dame as we have developed as leaders, students, athletes, and people. Our liberal arts and science education has taught us more than you can ever find in a textbook. Instead, we are exposed to ethical values and social justice through internships, jobs, friendships, and involvement. We have given our time and energy to service because we recognize that the world is greater than ourselves. As St. Julie Brailiart, our founding sister, once stated, "If you have the happiness of helping people in the way of salvation, you have gained more than the whole universe." There is far too much ahead of us to think the best years of our lives are over. We can now apply what we have learned in this community, which we are officially alumni, to wherever our journey takes us. If anything, the greatest years of our lives are just beginning. So with that being said, look forward to Monday, cry only when you are laughing, make your mark on history, never stop learning, dream as if you'll live forever and forever dream, and do what it is that you want to do. Congratulations, class of 2014. You have so very much to be proud of.
Thank you so much, Tayi and Jenny. Now I'm very pleased to introduce Sister Janet Eisner, SND, our 12th president of Emmanuel College, who has led the college for over 3 decades. Sister Janet will address the graduates.
Distinguished guests, members of the college community, and most especially parents, grandparents, spouses, and families of our graduates of the class of 2014. It is a joy to welcome you today as Emmanuel College, founded in 1919 by the Sisters of Notre Dame, celebrates its 92nd Commencement Exercises. Congratulations first to the students receiving master's degrees in the fields of management and of education. May your advanced degrees open many doors for you in your chosen professions and enrich the lives of those you teach and those you lead. And to our inaugural cohort receiving master's degrees in nursing, may your newly acquired expertise aid you in providing exceptional patient care. Congratulations, too, to the graduates of our professional programs. Your diplomas represent a remarkable determination and enthusiasm to complete a bachelor's degree in nursing and in business. Congratulations to the members of the class of 2014 who graduate from our full-time Arts and Sciences program. When you arrived in the fall of 2010, remember that? You took to heart the mission of Emmanuel, making it your mission to commit yourselves to service and social justice. Some of you became ambassadors in the newly created 1804 Society. Many helped raise funds to expand access to safe drinking water in developing nations. As involved students and leaders, you created new organizations to ensure everyone had a place at the college. As student athletes, you mastered the art of teamwork, leading to stellar seasons. Most recently, both the men's and women's lacrosse teams earned the title of GNAC champions. Congratulations. At Emmanuel, you have engaged in the pursuit of truth, participated in the dialogue between faith and reason, and experienced an education that builds both character and career. Now it's time to make a mark on the world. Graduates of all our programs, you speak so often and so lovingly of the support you have received from excellent faculty, from your colleagues in the workplace, from your family who made it possible for you to fulfill your educational aspirations. I invite all our graduates to turn now to the members of their family and their supporters to express your gratitude. It's now my privilege to recognize two members of the Emmanuel faculty. First, I am pleased to announce that the recipient of our 2014 Faculty Excellence in Teaching Award is Laurie Johnston of the Department of Theology and Religious Studies. Whether in the classroom or leading a service learning trip, Professor Johnston has a talent for engaging students in rigorous discussion of ethical issues and for engaging their passion for giving back to others. She's an insightful, patient, and trusted mentor. Congratulations. Next, we honor Gauri Banerjee, Associate Professor of Information Technology, who has served the college for 17 years. As you begin your retirement, Gauri, we recognize your valuable contribution to Emmanuel students. With gratitude and deep affection, I now confer on you the rank of Associate Professor Emeritus of Information Technology. Congratulations. Today, class of 2014, we place before you two candidates for honorary degrees who exemplify the values of an Emmanuel education. Our commencement speaker, Mr. Ken Feinberg, attorney, public servant, and leader of efforts to compensate the survivors of major tragedies, including the Boston Marathon bombings and the September 11th attacks. We recognize him for his compassion and lifelong dedication to duty, fairness, and justice. And we recognize Peggy Kemp for her boldness and innovation as headmaster of Fenway High School and for her decades-long commitment to transforming the lives of students through education. Members of the class of 2014, you have said often how often you prize Emmanuel's strong sense of community. We felt that deeply, didn't we, in the aftermath of the events of last year's Boston's Marathon, when the entire college community came together as one. You have valued as well engaged classes, remarkable faculty, the intellectual stretch and challenge, and Boston as your classroom and your home. We are so proud of the academic achievements. A number of you have already published in professional journals and presented your research and scholarship at conferences across the country. Next year, many of you will attend graduate programs at institutions such as Harvard, Tufts, and the American University of Paris. Others will draw on prestigious fellowships to live, learn, and teach in Athens and in Dublin. Others will launch careers in places like Bain & Company, Epsilon, Mass General Hospital. In so many cases, building on the internships you have held while at Emmanuel. Some of you will deepen your commitment to service through Notre Dame AmeriCorps and the Jesuit Volunteer Corps. We will miss very much your presence on this campus. We know that we will see you, and you will see each other in the years ahead. The strong connections you have formed with your classmates and with the larger Emmanuel community will continue to thrive at class reunions, alumni gatherings, and online. You have been tweeting each other for years. Don't stop now. Wherever you go in life, and you will go far, you will have one another, and you will always call Emmanuel home. Graduates, today we send you forth to continue to be leaders, critical thinkers, and people of conscience and compassion, committed to shaping a world of justice and peace for all. May you live your lives joyfully and with purpose, and may Emmanuel, our God, with us, be with you. Class of 2014, I wish you Godspeed.
Emmanuel College is pleased to confer the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters on Peggy Sloan Kemp. The citation will be read by Kimberly Smerlis, Associate Professor of Psychology, followed by the conferral of the honorary degree by Thomas J. Hines, Jr., Chair of the Board of Trustees. Ms. Kemp, will you please come forward?
Peggy Sloan Kemp, Headmaster of Fenway High School. For more than a decade, you have fostered a socially and morally responsible community of learners and leaders at one of Boston's preeminent pilot schools. A steadfast yet warm administrator and mentor, you exemplify the virtues you encourage in your students, which are enshrined in Fenway High School's motto, "Work hard, be yourself, and do the right thing." Since 2003, Fenway High has benefited from your extraordinary vision for educational innovation, the results of which serve as a blueprint for urban high schools around the nation. You have worked to improve not only test scores, graduation rates, and four-year college placements, but also the confidence and habits of mind of a student body that reflects the diversity of the city in which they live and learn. You expect much from your students, but provide purposeful, challenging, and creative learning environments that enable them to exceed those expectations. Unfazed by limited resources, you forge neighborhood alliances that allow Fenway High to use Boston as its extended campus. The fact that Fenway High does not have its own gym, for example, did not prevent the girls' basketball team from back-to-back championships in 2012 and 2013. Your extensive list of community partners, of which Emmanuel College and its dual enrollment program are proud to be a part, is testimony that the city of Boston believes in Fenway High and in you. Your efforts have earned Fenway High recognition as the U.S. Department of Education National Blue Ribbon School and a bronze medal in the U.S. News and World Report list of America's best high schools. In turn, you, Peggy, were named one of Harvard Club of Boston's most influential women of 2013. For your commitment to community service, career preparation, and a holistic approach to education, ideas reflected so strongly in our own mission, Emmanuel College confers upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Dr. Kemp, you have been a bright star, bright shining star in the educational constellation of not only this city but the country. Congratulations. It's my pleasure to read the citation. By virtue of the powers delegated to Emmanuel College by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Emmanuel College, I confer upon Peggy Sloan Kemp the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges that pertain thereto. Thank you and congratulations.
Sister Janet, trustees, faculty, administrators, guests, and the graduating class of 2014. It's a great honor for me to be here. I'm very, very grateful to Emmanuel for recognizing Fenway and to Emmanuel for being such a wonderful partner to Fenway, for opening its doors to our students, and for you, the graduates, welcoming our students on your campus and into your classes. I want to share one thing with you. When I was waiting to receive my degree, I didn't know what I wanted to do for my career. I was about to go on to law school, and what I would do with that I didn't know. But I did know what I didn't want to do. I was very certain about a few things that I did not want to do. And the top career on that list of not wanting to do was teaching. I could not imagine myself as a teacher. I knew that teachers played a critical role in the lives of young people, but I felt that it was so demanding, so complex, that I couldn't imagine being able to do it. I happened to get into teaching because while in law school, I needed some money, and someone recommended that I substitute teach. And I figured I could handle a day at a time. But I was offered a long-term position as a substitute teacher, and I took it, and I dropped out of law school because I fell in love with what I was doing. The students were so engaging, and it was wonderful to see them grow and become more independent. I had colleagues who knew that I didn't know how to teach, but they saw that I cared what I was doing, and they helped me learn how to do it. I've been very fortunate to be at Fenway High School, where it's a collaborative community, where the faculty, the students, and our community partners make such a difference in the lives of children. I tell you that story because I'm amazed that I'm getting a degree, an honorary degree, for my career as an educator, when that was not what I wanted to do. And I think that there are probably some of you in the audience who are certain that you don't want to do something, or who are uncertain about what you want to do, or who might be reluctant to try something because you might feel that you don't have the skills. Don't worry about that. I encourage you to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, to understand that you can handle awkward situations, that your life in front of you is a lifetime of learning, that the people that you interact with in your job, in your everyday lives, in your family, they will help and encourage you and help you to acquire those skills that will make you successful. Find something that you love to do, and you won't know it until you try it, and you'll have a fulfilling life. I congratulate you and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Emmanuel College is pleased to confer the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws on Kenneth R. Feinberg. The citation will be read by Raymond Devatier, Director of Values-Based Education and Professor of Philosophy. Mr. Feinberg, will you please come forward?
Kenneth Feinberg, in the wake of tragedies that have shaken our nation, you have brought healing and enabled those who have suffered loss to look to the future with hope. The terror attacks on September 11th, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, and more recently, the bombings of the Boston Marathon. These events serve as stark reminders that life is unfair, that bad things do happen to good people. They are but recent examples of the problem of pain and suffering that has been lamented down through the centuries, from the book of Job to the writings of C.S. Lewis. In the confounding aftermath of these and other catastrophes, you have acted to find creative solutions and fair compensation for the grieving, the distressed, and the suffering. Your task, in a sense, is incomprehensible and impossible. How can one place a monetary value on that which is of infinite worth, a human life? Yet rather than dwell on the impossible, you have become an artist of the possible. In the past year alone, your superb pro bono leadership of the Boston Marathon One Fund has helped people harmed by that marathon bombing to rebuild their lives. In so doing, you have affirmed the resilience of our city and helped to show the world that, in the face of senseless cruelty, we as a community stand strong. Boston strong. And you have shown that compassion and generosity will have the final word. Kenneth, as a young man growing up in Brockton, you were inspired by President Kennedy's call to ask yourself what you could do for your country. Throughout your life, you have answered that call again and again, yielding untold benefits for the public good. And so, for your selfless service to our city and to the nation, Emmanuel College is privileged to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Ken Feinberg's life has been defined in two words, passion and compassion. His exemplary service to this country is legendary. It is a great privilege on behalf of Emmanuel College to present Dr. Feinberg this honorary degree. By virtue of the powers delegated to Emmanuel College by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Emmanuel College, I confer upon Kenneth R. Feinberg the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges attended thereto. Congratulations.
Members of the class of 2014, I now present your commencement speaker, Kenneth R. Feinberg.
Thank you very much. Thank you, President Janet Eisner and my good friend Tom Hines, for the great honor you bestow upon me here today at Emmanuel College. When I think about individuals who give back to the community, Tom Hines is at the head of the class. Chair of the Emmanuel College Board of Trustees, Tom also serves with me on the board of the President John F. Kennedy Library Foundation. He defines the meaning of public service. Thank you, Tom. Now, one reason among many that I am here today is to honor an Emmanuel College alum, class of 1947, Elizabeth O'Hearn, my 9th grade English teacher at West Junior High School in Brockton, Massachusetts. She's here today. Now, Miss O'Hearn told me in 1959, Ken, If you don't improve your manners, you're not going to become anything. I'm hoping, almost 60 years later, that I've reached the pinnacle of what she expected of me, and we'll see later. You may call her Elizabeth or Betty. She will always be to me Miss O'Hearn, and I'm glad she's here today. Now, I promise to obey the first principle of an effective commencement talk. Be brief. Since the graduating class of Emmanuel College is so close to liberty and freedom, I do not want to detain you with too many aspirational phrases about life, responsibility, and commitment, because if I do that, I do so at my peril. Earlier today, as I was walking in here with you, a parent of one of you graduates grabbed my arm and said, quote, "Mr. Feinberg, we are so honored to have you here today, but please be brief, I beg you. We want to get out of here and celebrate." That parent is a real character builder. With this parent warning in mind, I offer just a few comments appropriate for today's Emmanuel College graduating class. Today in particular, these commencement exercises have special meaning for me and our proud city of Boston. Right around the corner from this location, the marathon route, we Americans celebrate Patriots' Day and the running of the annual Boston Marathon. The timing, the symbolism of today's celebration in the wake just 1 year ago of a national tragedy must not go unnoticed. Community resilience, a determination not to forget, never to forget, but rather to move on with the next chapter of life's journey, bring us here together today. And what better evidence of a bright future for our city and our state, this great college, and you, the class of 2014, this celebration of all you have accomplished and all that remains to be done make the day. A few thoughts. First, never ever forget the importance of Emmanuel and what it means to each and every one of you. Founded in 1919 by the Notre Dame sisters, it is today an integral part of the network of colleges and universities that make Massachusetts and the city of Boston the leaders in higher education. With over 2,000 students participating in over 50 areas of study, Emmanuel has come a long, long way from its first graduating class of just 25 women. No longer simply a local college residing in the very heart of Boston. Today, Emmanuel extends around the globe. Emmanuel students today study abroad in over 70 countries on 6 continents. Here on campus, 44 countries and 30 states and territories are represented. Your graduate programs in management, education, nursing, and others are nationally recognized. You lead the way with your unique 4-year honors program, and you are in the vanguard in promoting online education programs, especially in the biopharmaceutical industry. Emmanuel College, you are a mighty force to be reckoned with, a small college with a powerful clout. Now, how do I know all of this? I know all of this because President Eisner sent me books about Emmanuel College. Books piled up in my office. But I read through, and I learned a lot more about this fabulous college. So thank you, President Eisner. I promise to return everything. Graduates, maintain your allegiance to this great institution. Never forget the role it has played in helping to define who you are and what you hope to be. Become alumni in good standing. Emmanuel needs each of you. Second, take nothing for granted. Do not assume that the degree you receive here today guarantees future success. I know better than most that very little in life is guaranteed. Nor is life always fair. It isn't. Hundreds of innocent victims never thought of the tragedy that would occur during that joyous day 1 year ago celebrating Patriots' Day. It is not written that with this degree you have a smooth road to success. It won't happen. It can't happen. Do not rest on your laurels. Instead, maintain the same level of commitment, energy, determination that have brought you the success we celebrate today. Your degree provides you a head start in the race to make out a life. But it is only the beginning of the next race. What you do with your degree, how you move forward in accepting and conquering the various challenges you now confront, they are the next tests. Jobs, let me assure you, there are jobs there for everybody. It may not be easy, it may be difficult, but everybody should know that with your Emmanuel College degree, you are one step closer to getting the job you want and beginning to fulfill your dreams. Do not lose heart. Keep your eye on the prize. Maintain your focus, your discipline, and never lose hope despite the formidable challenges to be overcome. Finally, a personal request. Whatever your chosen profession, whatever your priorities and goals in the years ahead, never ever lose your sense of community. Recognize that each and every citizen can make a difference in improving how we live and interact with one another. This is what is called the communitarian ethic. The idea, rich in the history of this school, this city, our nation, that we are all one. We are all one. As such, we have an obligation to help each other enjoy the benefits that society is expected to confer. Some of you may decide that public service is your choice. Others may prefer business, medicine, the law, education, countless other opportunities. Go for it. Go for it. But remember, whatever future road you take, Do not forget the community of which you are a member in good standing. What I've learned over the years during my administration of the September 11 Victim Compensation Fund, the Virginia Tech Hokie Spirit Memorial Fund, One Fund Boston, and other funds created in the wake of tragedy, is this: when it comes to national tragedy and sorrow, we circle the wagons as one community and reach out in countless ways to help our fellow citizens. President Eisner told me today how immediately following the marathon bombings, there were students here at Emmanuel rushing to Boylston Street to help their fellow citizens. There but for fortune go you or I, and we have an obligation as a community to come to the aid of others in distress. When over 100,000 individual donors contributed over $61 million to One Fund Boston, when thousands of our citizens and students here at Emmanuel came to the rescue of those victims most in need, these countless acts of kindness reinforce our sense of community. In times of national tragedy, we lock arms and forget our differences. Never forget that. Graduates of Emmanuel College, as we honor and remember the 50th anniversary of the administration of a fair-haired son of Massachusetts and a great friend of this college, President John F. Kennedy, a son of Massachusetts. Remember his inaugural words about giving back to our nation and our community. Remember his call to arms that each and every individual American can make a difference. Use the degree you earn today to become community leaders in whatever your chosen profession. This is not an option. It is an obligation. Bask in the glory of what you have accomplished today. Each and every one of you has earned it. But get ready for tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow. I hope each of you will fulfill your own individual dreams. Do not be defeated. Do not lose heart. You are our future, and the future is now. Meanwhile, I hope all of you will join that parent who grabbed my arm a few minutes ago and will now celebrate this moment. Emmanuel College, class of 2014, I salute you.
Thank you so much, Ken, for the wisdom you have shared with our graduates, and especially for being here today as our community continues to heal from last year's marathon events. Sister Janet Eisner, President, upon recommendation of the faculty, it is now my privilege to present to you the candidates who have fulfilled all the requirements for the degrees of Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Master of Science in Management, and Master of Science in Nursing. Out of respect for the graduates, and in order for each one's name can be heard, we request that you please hold your applause until all degrees have been conferred. Then we will applaud all the recipients at once. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Master of Science in Management, and Master of Science in Nursing please rise and come forward? Kathy Auguste. Amanda Jocelyn Corella. Tayi Naima Court. Brittany Ann Foley.
Britt Hooker Midoff. Sherry M. Brown. Anna Osmuzian Irareri.
Sister Janet Eisner, President, will now confer the baccalaureate degrees on the candidates. Will all of the new Emmanuel College baccalaureate degree candidates please rise for the conferral?
By virtue of the powers delegated to me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and by the trustees of Emmanuel College, I hereby confer upon the class of 2014 of Emmanuel College the following degrees: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science.
Now please join me in a brief applause for all our graduates. Allison Blyer and Kimberly Camasso will now lead the graduates in the traditional turning of the tassels, symbolizing their reception of their academic degrees. Will all graduates please rise for the turning of the tassel? You good? Yep. Very nice. Congratulations, class of 2014. I now invite all of the families and friends celebrating here today to rise and receive a round of applause from the graduates with thanks for your great support. It is my pleasure to welcome members of the class of 2014 to lead us in singing the alma mater. We ask the audience to stand and joining in singing the second chorus. Please be seated. On behalf of the college, I extend congratulations to the members of the class of 2014 and thank their families and friends for sharing this special occasion with us. We ask the audience to kindly remain in place until the platform party, faculty, and graduates have exited the tent. Sister Janet Eisner will now conclude our ceremony.
As president of the college, I hereby declare that the 92nd commencement exercises of Emmanuel College are now closed.